Games are over. Here comes the irresistible. Oh no! Tozawa with a ninja.
Kick out, Gobbly!
Tozawa's beating the gobbledygooker with a 24/7 title.
He just beat a legend.
Oh!
R-Truth with a bag of birdseed.
Truth's got his baby back.
All right.
Happy 30th anniversary!
45th time. Congratulations, R-Truth. All is well in the world again.
Well, the fun and games are over. Here comes the irresistible force.
The following is the Women's 5-on-5 Traditional Survivor Series Elimination Tag Team Match. Introducing Team Raw. First, she is half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Nia Jax.
The woman responsible for the torment and torture of Lana over the last few months. Her very own teammate here in this Survivor Series elimination match. I want to take you back and show you what Nia Jax has been doing to Lana as of late on Monday Night Raw.
Well, essentially, it's become a repeat story of destruction every single week on Raw. Tom, Nia Jax's personal vendetta against Lana has been on display in a painful way. Lana keeps coming back week after week. Not 5 times, not 6 times, not even 7 times. Lana has gone through our announce desk a total at the hands of Nia Jax 9 times. So, of course, this being the celebratory 9th version, I suppose.
This one was this past Monday Night on Raw. Lana had teamed up with Jackson Baszler in a losing effort, had tagged herself into a match that Jackson Baszler had told her not to.
Psych, loser.
And the same outcome.
Nia does that 2 more times, Saxon. You're going to have to take off your shoes to count that high.
And here comes Nia Jax, Tag Team Championship partner.
Next, she is the other half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Shayna Baszler.
So, Byron, the question has been raised on Raw. Granted, Jackson Baszler, they want to establish their dominance in the entire women's division, but they went so far as to attack their very own teammates this past Monday on Raw.
This makes me very skeptical about how Nia Jax or Shayna Baszler are going to have the ability to lead here tonight, lead Team Raw to a victory.
Byron, are they concerned about leading, or are they just trying to get everybody to do as they say?
I mean, it's a mix of both, but listen, maybe the last 6 nights, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler come to their senses. Maybe they develop a strategy for Team Raw, and maybe all the Team Raw is on the same page here.
What's it like living in Fantasyland, Saxton?
Quite enjoyable.
The sassy Southern Belle, Lacey Evans.
Of all the things Friday Night SmackDown lost in the 2020 draft, I might miss Lacey the most.
Lacey Evans competing here in her 2nd traditional Survivor Series elimination match, and Nia Jax is nonplussed.
Yeah, Nia looks a little perplexed at the presence of Lacey Evans, but I actually think this is a great addition to Team Raw. Obviously, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler had issues with Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. These are suitable replacements.
Evans is here because of Jackson Baszler. More on that in a moment.
From Sydney, Australia, Peyton Royce.
This is Peyton's Survivor Series pay-per-view debut this evening. And Byron, as I was mentioning, Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce were named to this team because of the actions of Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Let me take you back to this past Monday Night on Raw. 6-woman tag team action. That's Mandy Rose in the blue. Watch this. Baszler and Jax intentionally attacking their own Survivor Series teammate. Mandy Rose was ruled out because of this.
I mean, if Shayna...
And then it got worse. It was Reckoning from Retribution who would ambush Dana Brooke.
Because of this attack on Dana Brooke, WWE official Adam Pearce named Royce and Evans to the Raw Women's Survivor Series team in place of Brooke and Rose.
I know I don't call Monday Night Raw anymore, but I can see this plain as day. It's about iron sharpening iron. You've got the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, 2 of the baddest women walking today. Of course Nia Jax, of course Shayna Baszler want to make sure everybody is up to the task of a definitive win tonight.
And the only member now of Team Raw who earned their way onto the team.
And making her way to the ring,
let's be honest. Let's just clear off the table now. Let's save ourselves.
No, don't jinx. Listen, I'm actually inspired by Lana.
Why? Why,
As much
Byron?
punishment, physical punishment, emotional punishment that Lana has taken at the hands of Nia Jax and her other teammates, she keeps coming back for more.
Most people who get beat up their whole life look at Superman as a hero. You look at someone else who's been beat up their entire career. Great job, Saxton.
You could see a moment ago, if you could read lips, Nia Jax saying, Lana doesn't belong here. And Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler have done everything humanly possible to get Lana to quit. And if you saw the WWE Chronicle on the WWE Network about Lana that came out yesterday, you'll understand how difficult that is to do for a person like Lana. WWE Survivor Series is presented by Cyberpunk 2077. Available December 10th on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Stadia. Rated M for mature.
The best part about that Chronicle is all they got to do is throw a couple dates on the end of it. It'll be good for years.
And now, Team SmackDown. First, from San Jose, California, Bayley.
The captain is here.
Not officially the captain.
Yeah, Tom. Bayley said she's officially the captain. She's a role model. She was the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion in history. I don't want any other captain. She's my captain.
AJ Styles.
I won't get in a fight for her.
You guys have no freaking chance! Sparklers, I didn't think so! I didn't see any fireworks for you guys because I am SmackDown!
I guess if AJ Styles was unofficially his team captain, that worked out well for Raw. Maybe it'll work out for Bayley and company.
Well, if Bayley's the
From Nashville,
captain,
Tennessee, Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair might be our cleanup hitter. I love everything about the EST of WWE. She had a big premiere, so to speak, last year at Survivor Series here in WWE as part of NXT. Tonight, Bianca represents the blue brand, and I couldn't be more stoked.
Yeah, scored 2 eliminations last year. You were lamenting the loss of Lacey Evans because of the draft. Well, Raw lost Bianca Belair. This is going to be a difficult outing for Team Raw with Belair and Bayley.
And here's another reason why. The Riot Squad.
From Lafayette, Indiana, representing the Riot Squad, Ruby Riot.
This is an emotional weekend for the entirety of the Riot Squad. Yesterday was 11/21/17, actually the 3-year anniversary of the Riot Squad forming. Sarah Logan, Ruby Riot, and Liv Morgan.
From Elmwood Park, New Jersey, also representing the Riot Squad, Liv Morgan.
And Byron, talk about the maturation that you and I saw on Raw and has now made its way to SmackDown of Liv Morgan.
Oh, it's like night and day. Liv Morgan went from someone who dealt with self-confidence in herself to someone who's now finding her own voice. We've seen that displayed in the ring.
Do you have self-confidence in anybody else?
And from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya.
How many qualifying matches did Natalya have?
That's irrelevant, Phillips, because Natalya qualified, okay? She qualified this past Friday night on SmackDown. The captain needed a vote for the team. Now we've got our vote.
What's the old saying? Try again, and maybe the 4th time it'll work out.
Doesn't matter how many times it took Natalya to get on the team. She's on the team. She brings veteran leadership, submission, expertise, and she's good for morale, Phillips.
Morale's one thing, but experience, yes. No woman has eliminated more superstars in the traditional Survivor Series match than Natalya in all of WWE history. And Graves, thus far, it appears there's some excellent camaraderie on Team SmackDown as opposed to Team Raw.
Of course there is, because everyone on Team SmackDown realizes there's a pecking order. Bayley, the longest running SmackDown Women's Champion, of course she's calling the shots.
Looks like Lacey Evans is going to start things off for Team Raw with the so-called team captain, Bayley.
Remember I beat you? Don't talk to the captain like that, sister. Come on.
So Bayley already trying to get to the head of Lacey Evans. 2 superstars, no strangers to each other. And here comes Bayley to start things off. And, you know, SmackDown's got to be hoping this is not a repeat of what happened to kick off the Survivor Series pay-per-view. The Raw men's team, a clean sweep of Team SmackDown.
That was a beautiful sight for Team Raw.
So, who saw that coming, Byron, the way things were going with Styles and company?
Oh, absolutely did not. And it just shows you that
Tag.
despite the dissension we've seen, teams can rise to the occasion.
In comes Natalya, her 7th traditional Survivor Series match here tonight.
Great agility by the best of all time.
Oh, match by Lacey Evans.
No woman has competed at more WWE pay-per-views than Natalya. No woman has more wins in WWE history than Natalya either. Thus the best of all time moniker. Down on the tailbone. Ow. Right to the back of the neck, and now Natalya, the veteran, with a low kick. Into the cover, hook to the leg, looking for an elimination. And Lacey Evans scrambles. Here comes Peyton Royce.
This is a big opportunity for Peyton Royce. Go.
Natalya, it could be over in a heartbeat kick out.
It could spoil the future for Peyton Royce, absolutely.
Tag.
But Peyton, we've talked about for a long time. Yes, she's a former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, but Peyton's decided to strike it out on her own. She's got a lot to prove to the WWE Universe. Look at this fantastic teamwork, squatting in stereo.
Beautiful job by Natalya and Belair, who appeared to be disagreeing a bit on the kickoff show earlier tonight, but at least are in sync now. Look at this, Belair with a standing moonsault. Here's the cover on Royce and a kick out.
I love that
Tag.
Bianca Belair has the swagger, the confidence of a veteran in WWE. That's what it takes.
Whoa. Liv Morgan with the escape. Here's the cover, shoulders down, kick out by Royce. And Byron, you remember on Raw the rivalry between Liv Morgan and the Iconics, R.I.P.
Indeed, the Iconics had a great time.
Oh my God!
Liv Morgan's life absolutely miserable as she was trying to reunite with Ruby Riott.
Both women down center of the ring. Morgan makes the tag to Riott. Just as personal for Morgan, that rivalry, as it was for Ruby Riott. Tag made in comes Shayna Baszler.
Here we go. Here's your game changer.
Baszler, who main evented this event last year, she pinned Bayley and the great Becky Lynch in the same, or beat them, excuse me, in the same night.
Well, you're right about that, Tom, and Bayley certainly has not forgotten.
Oh, man! Knee right to the spine. And not to mention the history for Baszler at this event, but Byron, oh my God! History for Baszler and Jax against the Riott Squad very recently. Here's the cover by Riott and a kick out.
A number of tag team matches between the Riott Squad, who were unable to wrestle away the tag team titles from Baszler and Jax.
Nice transition by Ruby Riott, strong left. Baszler goes down.
Tag made, in comes the dominant Nia Jax.
About to get worse for Ruby Riott now.
Graves, if you're right, what do you do?
Run.
Oh, trying to duck, and I believe Bayley made a tag.
Great situational awareness. Now Team Blue just all over Nia Jax to no avail.
And I believe in the fray there, Liv Morgan able to tag herself in, go for a sleeper. Oh, that has worked in the past, but now Lana's tagged herself in.
Okay, this is all right. This is going to be fine.
Can we just make it like forego the formalities and make it 5-on-4 now?
Oh, double leg takedown, jackknife cover to eliminate Morgan. Kick out at 1.
Great core strength by Liv Morgan. Looking for the backslide. Lana able to fight her way out.
Oh! Byron, to be fair, tag made, in comes Natalya. To be fair, the last time Lana tagged herself in this past Monday night, it didn't work out.
It backfired.
Lana cost her team.
A lot of recent history between these two women. Lana and Natalya spent a great deal of time training together, chasing after the WWE Women's Tag Team titles.
And these two were inseparable until Natalya basically said to Lana, I'm done with you. I don't need you anymore.
Now Natalya trying to pick up the pace here. Stopped by Lana.
Nia yelling in the background.
Into
Lana,
a cover. Great job by Lana. Oh, and Natalya nearly got rid of Lana.
Lana's holding her own right now.
Is she holding her own or just delaying the inevitable, Byron?
Still a long ways to go in this matchup. No one has been eliminated yet. Some interesting scenarios can play out. You can get down to 4 versus 5, 3 versus 5, 2 versus 2. This can get to a lot of different circumstances. A long way to go.
Go ahead, Lana.
Lana off the kick. Here's the cover and a kick out.
Can you imagine what it would do to Natalya if Lana actually eliminated her?
Can you imagine the confidence it might inspire in Jackson Baszler and company if Lana did score an elimination? Tag made.
Nobody wants to tag Lana.
Okay, this is ridiculous. You got to get on the same page, guys. Come on.
Get out of the ring and stand on the steps. Get on the steps. Get out. Stand on the steps. And don't get off the steps until I tell you. Stand right there. Get over there. Go.
This is absurd.
Stand there.
In the middle of the match? Lana was doing well for herself.
This is degrading.
What about you?
Lana looks like she's about to start crying.
This is not what we need right now. Lana did nothing wrong.
Look how good of a team we are.
SmackDown, SmackDown. Starting to feel really good. It's already basically 5-on-4.
You're the worst. So it's Bayley and Peyton Royce inside the ring. Oh! Now look at this, the nastiness of the former SmackDown Women's Champion, 380 days as champion. Oh, face first into the top turnbuckle. And this is all Bayley by the self-proclaimed captain.
She's proclaimed by everybody as the captain, Tom.
Sure.
Let's just roll with it.
Yeah. Off the suplex, here's the cover. It put to the leg, kick out by Royce. So Byron, this begs the question now, is Lana even gonna bother tagging in? Is Bayley's laughing at Lana too?
I don't know what Lana does. I mean, this completely changed the entire momentum of this matchup in favor of Team SmackDown.
You guys are putting the cart before the horse here, okay? It's what's the best interest of Team Monday Night Raw. Byron, how many trophies when you grew up did you get just because your team won, not because you even were on the field?
Oh!
Everyone gets a Super Bowl ring when the team wins, all right? That's what this is. That's how Lana's got to look at it.
Oh, and Peyton Royce tying up Bayley in the ropes.
I'll give that a perfect 10. Bayley now in a whole bunch of trouble.
Using the bulk of the 5 count from the official, and now it's Bayley using her power. Just drags Royce into dangerous territory. Here comes Belair.
Speaking of power, Tom, I don't know if any female on the roster is as strong as Belair.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this.
A big smile on Belair's face too.
Oh, look at this. Oh, snake eyes. A little homage to the dead man here at Survivor Series, and a tag made. Bayley's legal.
I do not like this for Peyton Royce.
Off the top and the elbow drop. This could be it for Royce. Cover broken up by Evans. That's Natalya into the fray and a big discus clothesline.
Here comes Baszler.
Oh! Shayna Baszler.
Whoa!
Caught up by Belair.
Shayna's not used to being manhandled or woman-handled like that.
Oh, and Belair tossed out of the ring hard by Nia Jax.
Ruby completely, I don't think she got Nia at all in that last kick attempt.
They was trying to set up for the Riot kick after, and now Liv Morgan's caught.
Thanks for coming, Liv.
Riot able to save Morgan. Oh, for a moment.
No, Bayley from behind clipped the knee of Jax. Brilliant.
Great job by Bayley. Knee to the face.
Jax nearly wiped out all of Team SmackDown.
And the captain stands alone.
And Lana watching from the steps.
Bayley's taking a
Oh, and it's Peyton Royce who caught Bayley, and the fight ensues on the outside.
Bayley took too much time jaw-jacking.
You don't think?
Yeah, I do think. We're about to see it.
No.
Peyton Royce has a hold of the role model on the top turnbuckle.
Go big or go home. Peyton Royce. This is not going to end well for Bayley.
Oh, and the superplex wipes out most of the field.
Wow.
I say most because Lana is still looking on from the stairs.
Petrified Lana looking on from the stairs.
This talks about how important this matchup could be for the career of Peyton Royce. That's a step in the right direction.
Count of 6.
You're doing great, Lana.
This applies to Royce and Bayley to beat the 10 count or be eliminated since they are the legal competitors. Right. Now back inside the ring, Peyton Royce. Oh, hidden deja vu. Here's the cover on Bayley. Whoa, Royce has eliminated Bayley.
Bayley from Team SmackDown has been eliminated.
That is huge.
That could rock the foundation of Team SmackDown, Corey.
There's got to be some sort of explanation. That's our captain.
Oh,
the captain's gone. Now the cover on the boat. The captain's not going down with the ship, it seems. And now Peyton Royce with a knee to the midsection of Natalya.
Great. Tom, Natalya's taking on water. I know this could be catastrophic. What an elbow.
This is not nice to say. Now Peyton Royce. Oh, and a kick right to the midsection. Peyton Royce, that is a huge pinfall. A huge confidence builder for Peyton Royce. Whoa. The cover, hook to the leg, and a kick out by Natalya.
I think we need a bigger boat.
Remember at this point, Natalya has no one to tag.
So it's a 5-4 advantage, at least on paper, for Team Raw. Not if you ask Lana. Oh! And now it's Natalya. Similar skill set displayed earlier. And now, oh, look at this.
Nice.
Single leg crab by Peyton Royce. Can she cinch it in?
That can only be learned north of the border, but it hasn't been mastered yet by Peyton Royce.
Peyton Royce. Oh, trying to sit down on this single leg crab, and Natalya's trying to get to Bianca Belair for some leverage.
Whoa, that was uncalled for.
Oh, that'll break up the submission.
Might create an opening now for Natalya.
SmackDown trying to respond here. Natalya, look at this, tying up Peyton Royce.
A little innovation from the boat.
Oh,
didn't work out the way Natalya expected.
Oh, thought about a cover instead. And you can see Team Raw starting to stir in the corner. Now going for a sharpshooter.
That is it. Peyton Royce is as good as done.
Yes.
There it is.
Peyton Royce from Team Raw has been eliminated.
So it is even at 4 competitors apiece between Raw and SmackDown. So the veteran Natalya, now has to deal with Lacey Evans.
What time to celebrate. The match continues on.
Oh, and Lacey Evans bursts out of the corner. Recently drafted to Monday Night Raw. Has seen her partnership with Peyton Royce maybe just begin.
Whoa!
The top rope went for a moonsault, nobody home. And now Natalya going for another sharpshooter.
Now you're trying to make it back-to-back eliminations.
Lacey Evans extremely powerful. So is Baszler, but Natalya able to step through.
Going for the sharpshooter on Baszler, and the woman's right. A powerful woman's right. Natty's gone.
Natalya from Team SmackDown has been eliminated.
Advantage once again, Team Raw.
It is 4-3, the advantage for Raw. Belair facing Evans now. Oh. And this is getting into a real difficult situation here, Grace, because Team SmackDown has lost their 2 most valuable veterans in Natalya and Bayley.
You're right, but we still got our blue chip prospect.
Oh, Belair into the cover and a kick out. Evans wise there a moment ago to take away the tag options of the Riot Squad, and now trying to set up Evans. Oh, face first. Shades of the Hall of Famer, the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix.
What is Belair thinking now?
The EST making her way to the top rope.
And Baszler with a distraction.
And that's the sort of lack of experience Bianca has to this point. She doesn't know, she wasn't able to keep her focus in that instance.
Oof. And now it's Evans to meet Belair on the top turnbuckle. SmackDown 3 competitors, Raw 4 competitors, both women on the top.
This is gonna end badly.
Evans is looking for the home run.
Spanish fly off the top.
Cover.
Evans into a cover, shoulders down and broken up by the Riot Squad.
Ruby and Liv just in the nick of time, saving this matchup for the blue brand as we look once again at the impact of the Spanish fly. Lacey driving Bianca right into the mat.
And Evans trying to drag herself, and now a tag made to one half of the women's tag team champions, Nia Jax. And we talked about the history between Riot and Jax. Now Liv Morgan tags in legal. Whoa.
That's not going to work, Liv.
Not going to work out on a powerhouse like Jax. And a tag made in comes Riot. Maybe Graves, the frequent tags will.
Oh,
I spoke too soon.
jeez.
Tag made Morgan in. Right now Morgan again trying to corral Nia Jax. Another quick tag here by Ruby Riot. Oh, and a chop block. This is what has worked out for the Riot Squad against Jax. 2-on-1 opportunities.
Yeah, but the Riots better be careful. Careful not to get themselves disqualified. They only have to the count of 5.
A quick tag again by Morgan, using that 5-second opportunity in between tags shrewdly.
Jax being worked over in the corner. Great teamwork by Liv Morgan and Ruby Riot.
Another tag. Morgan is legal. Oh, out to the apron. Oh, Morgan just launching herself. Riot's legal again.
Give the Riot Squad credit. This is a great strategy to isolate Jax.
Oh, double knees to the face, and now it's Riot with the Riot kick. But
Jax wary.
There we go.
Jax was still standing and made a tag to Baszler.
Baszler can fare a little bit better here against Ruby Riot.
Oh, and now Baszler just fighting her way with Riot.
Don't even think about it.
Stern warning there for Liv Morgan. Oof, man.
Pump knee strike right to the sternum, talking trash to Morgan. Oh, and a shining wizard. Now Baszler, can she score an elimination? There's the cover and a kick out.
What I love about Shayna Baszler, taking out her opponent. Staring
Watch
down.
this. This is my favorite, Saxton.
Oh, no. Oh! Mandy Rose knows that fate. Oh, man, and there goes
But the Riots better be careful now to get themselves.
with the leg drop on Belair. Cover. Jax is trying to keep up.
But the Riots better be careful now to get themselves disqualified. They only have to the count of 5.
A quick tag again by Morgan, using that 5-second opportunity in between tags shrewdly.
Jax being worked over in the corner. Great teamwork by Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott.
Another tag. Morgan is legal.
Oh,
Out to the apron. Oh! Morgan just launching herself. Riot's legal again.
give the Riot Squad credit. This is a great strategy to isolate Jax.
Oh, double knees to the face, and now it's Riot with the Riot kick. But
Jax wary.
There we go.
Jax was still standing and made a tag to Baszler.
Baszler can fare a little bit better here against Ruby Riott.
Oh! And now Baszler just fighting her way with Riot.
Don't even think about it.
Stern warning there for Liv Morgan. Oof, man.
Pump knee strike right to the sternum, talking trash to Morgan. Oh, and a shining wizard. Now Baszler, can she score an elimination? There's the cover and a kick out.
What I love about Shayna Baszler, taking out her opponent. Staring
Watch
down.
this. This is my favorite, Saxton.
Oh, no. Oh! Mandy Rose knows that fate. Oh, man, and there goes Liv Morgan.
Watch out.
Now Riot a cover and a kick out. 4-3 advantage for Team Raw. Riot trying to fend off Baszler.
Baszler's a little dazed. Baszler's a little rocked.
Oh,
maybe not. Maybe
caught.
not.
And the Kirifuda clutch. And Byron, how many times has Ruby Riott been caught in this? How many times has...
Wait. Ruby got the pinfall. 1, 2, 3.
And now the referee in position, and there... But Riott, I think Riott collapsed due to the Kirifuda clutch. It was still locked in, Graves.
You're right.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Cover. Riott was already out.
Ruby Riott from Team SmackDown has been eliminated.
This was just an unfortunate situation for Ruby Riott. The official was tied up with action on the outside. Ruby did have Shayna's shoulders pinned for about 5 seconds, but in the process, Ruby was left with no choice but to go to sleep.
And now look how angry Morgan is. And Byron, how many times has Liv been forced to watch as Ruby Riott has been put to sleep by Baszler?
Oh, sight for Liv Morgan, who now has got to keep her emotions in check.
How do you do that, though, after seeing your best friend put to sleep like that? And now it's Morgan trying to take advantage here against Lacey Evans. Oh! Dire circumstance here for Team Raw, down 4-2 in this traditional Survivor Series elimination match.
Morgan has become completely unglued.
And maybe this onslaught from Morgan can pay dividends for Team SmackDown, and down goes Evans.
We talk about it all the time, all the potential possessed by Liv Morgan. Can Liv kickstart her career tonight?
Oh, crucifix bomb, and there goes one from Raw. I believe that was a pinfall.
Yeah, I think Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans from Team Raw has been eliminated.
Rome's awake.
And how about this? Morgan daring Jax and Baszler to come in.
Oh, and you can hear how motivated Morgan is. Oh, and a shot at Baszler.
You can be as motivated as you want, but that doesn't mean you can stop a locomotive.
Oh, shot to the knee, down to a knee. This is important for Morgan. Has Jax down, went for the DDT and got it. Jax is still now back up to a knee.
Didn't get enough of it.
Morgan with the enziguri.
Jax is standing up. The more offense Morgan pours on, the more dominant Nia becomes.
Oh, and the Samoan drop high on the back.
Good.
Cover. Morgan's gone.
Liv Morgan from Team SmackDown has been eliminated.
And how wise was Baszler? I don't know if you saw it in the corner of your screen.
Yeah, Shayna returned the favor. Nia Jax did the same thing for Shayna Baszler to execute the pinfall. That is true teamwork.
Baszler prevented Belair from getting in the ring.
Well, right now, the EST means the loneliest.
Bianca Belair, the last remaining member of Team SmackDown.
Battle that now faces her.
Pick one and start swinging, Bianca.
Caught amongst the women's tag team champions, and Bianca Belair with no choice, going right after the midsection of Jax. And this is a big hole to climb out of for Bianca Belair here at Survivor Series. Now caught up with Jax.
Look at this. Freakish athleticism, just backflipped over Nia.
Jax is trying to keep up. Jax is staggered. Oh,
look at Bianca doing the work.
This is incredible.
Bianca Belair has chopped down the powerhouse. Oh, went for the splash, double knees to the midsection.
That could be the final mistake made for the blue team.
Oh, dumped with a slam by Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax is set to end this.
Jax with the leg drop on Belair. Cover, and Bianca Belair kicks out. Team SmackDown still alive.
Alive, but for how long?
I admire the guts, the will, the determination of Bianca Belair, but sometimes it's about self-preservation. I'm sure Bianca will continue to fight her heart out, but she's at risk of being mauled by the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions.
Jax perched on that middle rope against
Jax took too long, but Baszler made a tag.
Baszler now legal, giving chase to Belair.
Oh, trying to set up one more time, trying to send her face first, and now it's Baszler, careful to clutch. Will Belair fall the same way Riot did?
Bianca able to shift her weight.
Oh, belly to back suplex breaks it up. Not too many superstars who know how to find their way out of the Kirifuda clutch of Baszler. Oh, caught in midair.
There may be no escape.
Creative way to find your way back into the Kirifuda clutch.
There may be no escape this time for Belair.
Shayna Baszler with a hold of Bianca Belair. Is Belair gonna tap? Is Belair gonna submit?
You say, huh? Well, you gotta let me know you're still in
Belair defiantly, oh my gosh.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
No way.
Belair using her power, her strength, trying to get back up to her feet.
The strongest, the toughest, the baddest. Bianca Belair is on a vertical base with the Kirifuda clutch still locked in.
Marching inch by inch to the rope is Belair.
These are precious seconds for Belair. Needs to get to the rope before she passes out to Baszler. Oh, Belair.
Get there, Bianca, get there.
Is Belair fading? Is Belair fading?
She's there.
Gets
She's
to
there.
the rope, but is Belair unconscious?
3, 4, 5, that's it, she's out. DQ, break the hold.
Shayna Baszler just got disqualified.
No.
Shayna Baszler has been disqualified. Therefore, she is eliminated.
Belair got her arm on the ropes before. Oh, no.
Look out, fellas.
Belair got to the ropes before she could be counted in into the submission there. She broke up the submission technically.
Nia's about to make Belair.
No. Bianca just shoving Jackson to the steel ring stairs. Get in the ring, Bianca.
Count of 5, Jackson pursuit of Belair, trying to prevent Belair from getting back in the ring. Count of 7.
Roll back in the ring, Nia.
Oh, and there goes Jax over the barricade.
Wait a second.
Bianca Belair and Nia Jax have been counted out. And therefore, your winner and sole survivor, Lana!
I can't believe it! Lana is the sole survivor of Team Raw?
You gotta be kidding.
Miracles can happen!
She stood on the stairs for how long?
I mean, virtually the entire match. Nia Jax can't believe what she's seeing.
Who can,
Lana,
Saxton?
I mean, Lana, as crazy as it is, Lana's standing tall.
Look at this sequence again. It was Jax and Belair on the outside of the ring as the official was applying the 10 count. This was critical. Jax at the count of 9 sent over the barricade. Belair didn't beat the count in time. Lana was the last member of Team Raw still in the match, technically.
The rules are rules. Lana was in the match, and now, congratulations, Lana. Celebrate, Lana, celebrate. Enjoy the moment. She's a sole survivor, Corey. No matter how she got there, she won. Lana has just shocked the entire WWE universe.
I can't believe this, but Lana is the best of the best.